Beverages with Brad.
Welcome to Beverages with Brad. We're here with Murph.
Yes, sir.
At Murph's Car Town and Sports Shop.
Yes, sir.
Question one is, what kind of lunatic doesn't drink coffee? You know?
It's disgusting, honestly. I mean, I don't like it. it's not really delicious. I'll try it though, but I mean, I don't
feel like we're going to argue about a lot of stuff today. Although, I am sort of jealous because if I had to add up like the amount of money I've spent on iced coffee in my life, I could probably buy a house.
$3 a day or whatever.
$3. No,
I don't know what you're getting
least,
in your coffee.
It's at least $6 because I get 2 a day. So that's argument number one. You're wrong about that, but also you made a derogatory comment about Tom Brady, so we're off to a horrible start.
Wait, what was the comment?
You called him a sellout?
I called you a sellout because you have the TB12 hat on.
Oh, I'm a sellout.
I called you the sellout, yeah.
I am supporting the guy that should still be here if Bill wasn't a frumpy piece of shit that like ruined everything.
I am too. I got the picture in my office.
It's Bill's fault, not Tom's.
Yes, I agree completely.
So then how am I a sellout? Bill's the sellout. Bill should be wearing this hat.
Bill should be out of here. Tom should be here.
Agreed. So we agree.
All right,
we're on a better path now.
All right, so it was skewed. Now we're back.
We're on a better path.
All right.
Oh, you want me to buy you one of these hats? I'll pick up one for you.
If you buy me one, I'll wear it.
I'll get you a TB12 hat and a nice coffee, and we'll redo this whole thing.
I don't know if I can. I'll do like an iced tea. How about that? I'll meet you in the middle.
Oh, jeez.
I can't do the coffee.
All right. Look, I'm just glad we have like some common ground because that was one of the questions I was going to ask you about today. Is on the Tom versus Bill situation.
So if you asked me 5 years ago, I'd say it's 50-50. Tom and Bill made the dynasty. Brady left, wins the Super Bowl. It's Tom because Bill sucked. Yeah, he had Cam Newton, COVID season, whatever. Make all the excuses you want. Look at this year.
Yeah,
Doesn't seem to be much different, but there's more promise with Mac Jones than Cam Newton. But Tom Brady still, he's proved
his point.
Exactly. It's clearly Tom that was the dynasty. Maybe you could argue Bill early on when Brady wasn't proven yet.
Well, the first Super Bowl against the Rams for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then as Brady gets more and more experience, he becomes a superstar. You can kind of tell that it was Tom over Brady.
Agreed. I was actually at the Pats Cowboys game on Sunday.
That must have been brutal.
It was absolutely brutal. Like, what a great day. The game was like, wow, what a perfect game. You know what I mean?
Back and forth.
And then like when it got to the end and Mac got that big touchdown, I'm like, all right, they got this game. Yep. And that play, that 3rd and 25 play where the Pats let him get 24.
That's the one.
That is I thought about the rest of the night and the next day. And that's what the Pats are now. The Pats are a team who are like, hey, they almost won a big game. That's how they were last year. That's how they are this year. And Tom is 400 years old, not giving 2 shits, throwing 8 million touchdowns a week.
It's just so frustrating because I constantly say on my podcast that the Patriots could easily be 6-0. As much as they're 2-4, they could easily be 6-0. Harris doesn't fumble, could win. You know, Nick Folk makes that kick, they could win. So there's just some bounces and drops.
But that's how they've been for 2 years.
You
almost won.
Exactly.
Game. Oh, the game against Buffalo last year. If Cam didn't fumble in the end, they had that game.
That's how other teams must have felt. All those years where Brady and the Patriots kicked their ass.
We're killing them.
Yeah, it's like, if the defense got to stop. If Brady didn't convert that. It's like, I know how you guys feel now.
Growing up, I've spent some time in sports places, but I'm a huge nerd, so I'd be in comic shops a lot.
Okay.
And there was one thing that I always noticed at comic book shops was that there was always really weird guys that were always hanging out in the shop. Do you have a lot of weird guys that hang out in there?
Weird guys, no, but definitely odd characters. I'll have people coming in all the time asking me to buy this and buy that. And there's some cool stuff, but a lot of it is junk. And
they're trying to sell you.
Yeah. They're trying to sell me their stuff. So those are the types of characters I get.
They're like, I have a drawing of Tom Brady that I did when I was 8. Do you want to buy it?
The funniest thing, this guy brings in a big box of cards, 5,000 cards, and it was in one of those old boxes, and it's falling apart because it was in his mother's attic. He comes in here, he's like, I paid $150 for this, and I'm hoping to get my money back. And I'm looking at the box, and I'm like, you're going to get $10. And I was like, I'll go through it. But I guarantee you there's nothing in here. He's pulling out this and that, look at that, great player. I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. And I didn't go through it. But
How many times a week does that happen?
I have people probably bringing me stuff in probably almost every day, honestly. Wow. Whether it's buying, they want me to buy stuff or they want to trade stuff. I get people coming in all the time looking to to get rid of their stuff.
How often? Yeah, that's like a garage. Yeah, the garage. Clean out the garage. They're like,
Yep.
I know the sports guy will buy it.
Yep.
Murph will buy it.
They want, the wife wants them to get rid of the stuff because it's been in the closet, it's been in the basement for so long, and it's like, oh, I'll just, go give them my trash.
It's like, this is timeless. This is a Celtics basketball from Benny's that I bought in 1995. He'll buy it. A big piece of my childhood
A
right there.
lot of people come in and say
Wow,
that.
that's history right there. That's crazy. That game was great. It's a Tecmo Bowl for NES. It was like, you had the Raiders, Marcus Allen, and Bo Jackson, who were so good in that game, and every other team sucked. So everybody picked the Raiders. And just crushed. Whoever got to be the Raiders, they won. Bo knows football.
So I never played that game, obviously, because I'm too young, but I heard that Bo Jackson was just a cheat code in that game.
Yeah, you pick them, you win.
Yeah.
That was the secret to that game. And back then there was also a cartoon called Pro Stars.
Okay.
You ever hear of that?
Heard of it, never seen
I'm
it.
really old. So Pro Stars was there was a cartoon
Yeah.
starring Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, and Wayne Gretzky, and they were like superheroes kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like because Bo was huge back then. Then he had that awful injury in that Raiders game, and everything went to hell. Show me your favorite item in here. Your favorite item in the store.
Might have to be this Brady Bill Belichick one right here.
Oh, it's perfect for the topic at the beginning.
Yeah, right? So
Look at happier times right here. Look at happier times.
Smiles galore.
That was one of the 3 times that Bill smiled in his life. Actually, I should say 6.
There's a half a smile right there. But,
He's like, I'm kind of happy with the Super Bowl.
So Bill Belichick doesn't do a lot of autograph signings, and to have Brady and Bill on the same piece is just very rare. It's not numbered or anything.
I love this sticker.
Ask for
price. That AKA astronomical. It might as well just say $10 million. Ask for price.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the bank for that one.
Your top 3 New England sports athletes of all time.
Athletes of all time. It's a toss-up between Brady and Ortiz for number 1 and 2. I go 1A, 1B. Personal opinion on whoever you think is better. I would have to say Brady just because the championships.
See, we're getting along more and more as the day
But
goes on.
if you were to say Ortiz, I'm not gonna argue that.
I love Big Poppy.
So it's like
yeah.
1 and 2, and then 3. Pierce maybe.
I love Paul Pierce.
I love Paul Pierce, Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron.
Do you know how many old? Like, there's any old people watching? They're like, Paul Pierce over Larry Bird, you son of a bitch. But Paul Pierce is my favorite basketball player.
I think
so.
Paul Pierce was so impactful.
Yeah.
When he was here. Yeah, you can say Larry Bird. And that's not a wrong answer too. I mean,
Yeah.
I just grew up watching Paul
Or
Pierce.
Bill Russell. Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing. I grew up with Pierce.
So it's like tough to say like, oh, Larry Bird was just so dominant. He was, but I just have highlights to watch.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, Pierce is the guy I followed the most, the Celtic that impacted me the most.
Exactly.
And he's got my last name, so I have to love him. If you could go to any game,
Any game.
if you had to pick one game that you wish you could have gone to, and you can go in through time travel and go to the game, forget saving the world or anything, you can go through time and you can go to one game.
Solving
What
world
game?
hunger. It's easy. Super Bowl 51. That Patriots Falcons game is my personal favorite game of all time. I got the flag in the window, and it may not be the best game ever. I think the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl was probably a better game, but my personal favorite game was that 51 comeback. I was a little drunk, all of the emotions in the world. It's just you can't beat it. 28-3.
I remember at halftime I was sitting on my couch. I was sunken down, like just sunken, and just drinking
Depressed.
a beer.
Yep.
My brother-in-law was hammering. He was like, "Screw it, let's just keep drinking." Then my other brother-in-law, "Brad, you gotta have faith." I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand how football works. Like they can't win this game."
So
And I was wrong. I should have listened to my brother-in-law.
And just kept drinking.
And I agree. So I that was another question I was gonna ask. Is what Super Bowl meant more to you, the Falcons one or the Seahawks one? But you answered that question.
Yeah.
Because I know there's some good arguments for the Seahawks, because that's where everything turned back around.
Yeah.
So, and that Butler, which is one more reason I'm mad at Bill. Should have played Butler against the Eagles. Butler's a hero, man. I don't care if he's smoking crack on the bleachers or whatever the hell he was doing. I don't give 2 shits. He's a hero. There should be a statue of Butler at that stadium.
Like, if you're gonna bench him for whatever reason, I can't get behind it, but at least give us a reason. Like, he'll never give us a reason.
Yeah, because he's a frumpy.
If you have a legitimate reason, because you didn't like matchups, he was out late, just let us
Tell
know.
us something.
Tell us something. But when you see Eric Rowe getting cooked by Nelson Aguilar at the time, who was a bum. Throw Butler in there. Do
Yeah.
whatever you have to do to win the game.
Yeah.
Put Julian Edelman as a safety. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Patriots Falcons game. I told myself I was going to take a shot every time the Patriots scored a touchdown or a field goal outside of a PAT. That bit me in the ass in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, that bit me in the ass. I was expecting a nice back and forth game, just pace myself, have some Domino's pizza. During the month of October, 5% of every purchase, whether it's $1, $100, you can spend $1,000 if you want. 5% of every purchase is going to Breast Cancer Awareness Month from October 1 to October 31st.
Nice.
I don't know anyone that's been impacted by breast cancer personally, but I don't think I need to. We all come from women. We all love women. I feel like it's just the right thing to do. And I'm trying to be a community-first kind of guy, give back to the community, and I feel like this is a great way to do so.
Tell me about the cleat.
So I'm kicking myself. I wish there was 2 cleats, or I wish this was game 1.
I just need the left.
Brady, just throw me the left one. But no, so this is a Tom Brady signed cleat, authenticated and everything, as you can see. And it's a cleat, obviously, from Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Obviously, it kind of goes a little bit with the theme here. But it's not a team color match. It's not game worn, so there is a little bit of diminishing value. But it's a Tom Brady cleat. You're not going to run into one of these every day.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And like with the Brady Bill picture, it's got to ask for price sticker on it.
Of course. So come to Murph's Codtown and Sports Shop in Johnston, buy some stuff, argue about coffee, and have a good time. Thanks for doing the show, man.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Great to meet you.
Absolutely.